What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with a Thursday and final edition of the week of MLB and NBA Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell goes a long way for me on this video, goes a long way for you. That way you become apprised whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. I've got some stuff that I got to get done tomorrow at the old dock, so we're going to go take care of that. So Thursday, I'm going to be out of commission. I don't even want to think about having to put together a video or, maybe, whatever they give me, just all of a sudden, I can't function and I can't put together plays, or I give you bad plays, which would be the absolute worst possible scenario. That's always like the worst possible thing that could happen because, well, you want to have a clear head, clear heart, clear minds can't lose. No, it's something like that. Friday Night Lights, absolutely love it. Clear hearts. No, full hearts, clear eyes. Whatever, it's Thursday, and we're ready to talk 9 games in the MLB, 1 in the NBA streets, and Minka Kelly's hot. I love my wife. Anyway, Lindy 5, we've got a great opportunity for everybody. If you want to get all of my plays, because again, I'm not going to not post on Friday, that's for sure. Tomorrow, well, I'm going to get all my plays in the morning, a little bit in the afternoon maybe, but then I'll be out of commission in the evening. Friday, I'm going to be going up to a wedding in Reno, so I've got tons going on there. That's going to be good times. Head into Reno, Tahoe area, and going to do a little grambling myself. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. Wedding time, just 2 days back on Sunday night in the home base. We'll record late Sunday night, and we'll be back into your regularly scheduled programming Monday through Friday. So don't worry too much. Just missing out on the one Friday video for me here this week. But without further ado, we got a lot of plays, lots of spots to talk about. Some prospective plays. We've got another batch of weather. We got the Atlanta-Washington game canceled today and moved to tomorrow, but the odds, I'm assuming, are going to be the same on one guy. So we'll cover that. Producer Jacob, I'm done talking. Let's get to the picks. Well, technically, I just began talking. We've got Texas taking on the Yankees here. This is going to be a lean for me. We got Evaldi and Rodon, and one of the things is that you start getting major plus money against Carlos Rodon, who's been good to start off this season. Don't want to besmirch the good name of Carlos Rodon in this current iteration, but we're getting that weird wind, cold weather in New York yet again. I think it ups the variance of some of these games because traditionally you just kind of back the Yankees anytime they've got the better pitcher on the bump, because that lineup is going to put up runs and hit short porch homers, and Judge and Bellinger and Rice and everybody there has enough pop pulling it to right field to take care of things. I don't feel as good about it here in these hitting conditions. I mean, Bellinger had to hit a rocket to take that out of the stadium today. Don't worry, I'm always watching, always looking. Look at the baby. But you got 7 innings strong, 9 strikeouts from DeGrom. I do think backing Texas here, knowing that the entire bullpen is now going to be at their disposal here. Yeah, they're going to probably roll out the big guns, coming down to the end here, 3-2, entering the bottom of the 8th right now. But my main point is that the Texas money line, while it looks okay to me, kind of want it even better. I mean, minus 150, kind of the realm of what we're getting best available for the Yankee side. I thought we'd be getting better than like plus 130, plus 135 here on Texas, but alas, earwax. God, Harry Potter. That was OG Dumbledore too. Anyway, he was missed. He's missed. Now we're going to have a third Dumbledore. Good time. San Diego taking on Toronto, and I want to tell you how much I am interested in betting this game. The answer is very, very much. But the first 5 over 4.5 mark, it makes me want to break things. Of course, Seattle and Chicago just put up 3 runs immediately there, Julio Rodriguez, and find ways to just completely torture me. And this was a market that we were crushing at the beginning of the season. And now I feel like 1 for 3 is something I've said 48 times this week, but it's true. 1 for my last 4. So 1 in 3 over the course of these last 4 plays in the first 5 market. And everything else is going well. The home runs are just flying off the bat for us, although early window here on Wednesday missed on both of those quarter unit plays. We'll see how Lawrence Butler does. And then, Matt Olson got voided. We'll talk about him here in a second. But we got Bowden Francis giving up bomb after bomb after bomb. And then Stephen Kolek, and I said this, I flat out called this one. This is what happens when you just look beyond box scores and results. And everybody was saying, oh, Kolek has this incredible mix and he's doing so many good things. Yeah, the breaking stuff is all right. I don't like his 4-seam fastball sinker. I really, really don't like these pitches. I don't think they're very good. And his first 2 starts, he landed against a Seattle team, well, last time out, but previous to it, Pittsburgh and Colorado on the road. Like, I know it's Coors Field, not the easiest environment to go pitch in. He had a complete game, 7 strikeouts with it. Very impressive, but Colorado awful, Pittsburgh awful. And now he went up against competition in Seattle They ended up taking him yard 3 times, 5 earned runs. But Bowden Francis leads the major leagues in home runs allowed so far. First 5 over 4.5. There's a reason it's minus 135, and I'm still highlighting, circling, starring it. If it gets down to minus 125, I'll play it. But props are going to be a big part of the card tomorrow. They are still not out. Game's still ongoing. And you saw Anthony Santander leave that game early with a hip issue. Angels and Athletics. Over 10, O'Hoppe home run. O'Hoppe is goated. Obviously, he has been unbelievable. Actually, the guy I have the highest, second highest ROI in terms of home runs. Jackson Holiday now with 3 conversions on the season. I didn't even know that I bet him 3 times, but you bet him back-to-back days there, Saturday, Sunday it was. Yeah, apparently it one other one for me earlier at nearly plus 1,000. So he's actually number 1, but O'Hoppe has been good. And over 10, yeah, this one's a little bit thin just because even though it's Severino on one side, you get Tyler Anderson on the other one, who limits some of the hard contact. But this ballpark, just wait, friends. Wait till June comes around. We have 95s in Sacramento in a Little League ballpark. It's going to get wonky. Same thing with Steinbrenner Field in Tampa. We got the Guardians in Minnesota. Rain, go away. Come again another day. It's actually not going to be Cleveland and Minnesota here, though, in this one, because now they've moved on to greener pastures. They cannot get that series going anymore. Cleveland is going to go to Detroit. So Cleveland and Detroit are actually going to be your lovely entree for this one. And we've got Flaherty and Tanner Bybee, but I think the weather looks awful in Detroit now. It's just following Cleveland everywhere they go. Not sure what we get out of this one. So Jack Flaherty, I think, looks all right in the strikeout department. Gives up too many barrels this season, north of 12%. And Tanner Bybee, he's surviving despite no strikeout stuff this season, and he has to deal, even though he's got pretty okay stuff in terms of like extension. He has been brutal in the chase percentage, whiff percentage, strikeout percentage, and his off-speed run value is about 0, and that is not great. I think there's going to be some tough times ahead of him here, but not really going to be pulling the trigger on this spot. Anything else here? Anything else in the lean department? Is that it? We got one more, don't we? No, we don't. It's light time? No. Okay, I had 2 more. We got Hoskins home run. Let me just break down this character for you. Oh, he is a character, all right. Burrows. Not Joe. This is plural Joe Burrows. It's Mike Burrows is his name. 44.4% hard hit, 21.4 degree launch angle, only the 1 start. But here's the main thing that I went into with Mr. Burrows. Going through his AAA numbers, as he's gotten older, because again, 2018 is when he joined the rookie leagues here with Pittsburgh, and he didn't enter the major leagues until 2024 for 1 start and 1 start only. And that is the one that I was referring to with some of those numbers. I am very nervous about his prospects in this one because his home run rates are problematic. 17.1% home run to fly ball rate at AAA so far this season in 8 appearances, 7 games started. He has strikeout stuff that's coming along for it, 11.41 Ks per 9, but boy, oh boy, every level of baseball, he's giving up homers. Rhys Hoskins, he hits it high, he hits it far. PNC Park shouldn't be a problem for him, might be for some of those other weaker bats that exist in the Milwaukee lineup. Not that they're bad at hitting, so that they have no power. They really don't at the bottom of that lineup. And rounding it out, Ceddanne Rafaela is actually somebody with a lot of power, and he gets to potentially get the Cade Povich bump. A lot of these righties that we don't get to really talk about because of how dominant the lefties are for the Red Sox, they're very much in play in Fenway, despite, again, colder temperatures in the Northeast right now, waiting for summer. When I met you in the summer. Yeah. Let's get to some actual plays, shall we? But first, the Discord. That's where you'll find me all the weekend long. Yes, friends, Lindy and Friends Discord, not just myself, but Eitan Shander, Greg Ehrenberg, all of us in there with our specialties. Greg in the future streets, Eitan in the everything streets, putting his hands into a lot of parlays. What you know about parlay? Obviously, I'm a lot in the pick'em streets as well as the old sports betting streets, obviously. So promo code Lindy5, $5 for your first week. It's less than $1 a day to have access to all 3 of us with our own individual Discords. We also have the Are You Entertained channel, which is obviously just fun and games. And then the main spot, the Lindy Bets channel, where you get all of my updated bets. And that's the only place you will get my bets for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's 3 days. It's literally less than $1 a day to have it for a full week. It could last you all the way up until Monday's video. So take advantage at the link below. If you miss me, come and get me. I'll be hanging out. I'll be chilling in the Discord. Trust me, I will be in Reno gambling. So it'll be very enjoyable. Obviously, always be responsible. If you're a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. But we're going to have ourselves a lot of fun in that old Discord this weekend. Hop on in. Water's warm. Plus, I'm on the California-Nevada border. I'll have Pick'em access. I'll have all the BetMGM Caesarness I can get my hands on. Can't wait. Lindy 5. Alrighty, y'all. Let's get to the picks. And I met you in the summer. Now I got that song in my head. Philly taking on Colorado, and I kind of buried the lead. We only have 3 MLB plays that exist in concrete, like in stone, that will be played automatically here. But this was the first one I played, and I nuked it for a unit. So those are what we call locks on this program. It is leans. Those are things I'm thinking about betting. Likes, those are generally quarter unit for the home runs, half unit or more that are going to exist on the like plays. And then the locks, like this one, they get sent a unit. So this is actually 1.02 units that I ended up putting on it because I don't know how FanDuel has this sitting where it does, but here we are. It is our good friend Ranger Suarez and our good friend German Marquez. Now, Ranger Suarez is technically good. 317 expected slugging, 265 xWOBA, 28% hard hit. All of these are really good numbers, but we got a zig and what does that mean? It means that I do not agree with this line whatsoever because Ranger Suarez is still one of those dudes who, despite getting ground balls, is going to give up some hard contact, more so than he has so far. Now, he is stretched out up to 98 pitches, but look at the onslaught of righties. I don't think that this is a good Colorado team. I don't think anybody does, but we're talking an afternoon, 3:10 start time. We are talking about a bullpen that I don't really trust in Philly behind him, and I don't think they're really jumping at the whim to go throw him out there. And then a Philly team that we ended up on the over of for the half unit here today. Off to a fantastic start here as I'm looking at that. Updated number 6-2, top of the 4th. Yay. Just a couple more to go. This is 11. It was 11 and a half that we played yesterday. That hook is so gigantic. Give me that and a bag of potato chips and FanDuel.com -102 over 11. I absolutely love it. We should be blowing out yet again. Conditions are perfect. Over 11 here in Coors. Philly, just stay hot. Let's go. Didn't even have to break down German Marquez. I think we all recognize the foolishness that is him in that Colorado pen. Anyway, we've got Atlanta and Washington, and this should be what we were expecting on Wednesday. It'd be strange if I had a different breakdown. Now, weather does change, and injuries pop up from time to time, but when it's a rain out, and now we go to Thursday, yeah, it's the same thing. Matt Olson home run was plus 400 on FanDuel. That is a broken number. In fact, it was like $130 higher than any other book, period. It made no sense to me. Maybe they thought, oh, maybe they'll start in Washington and then it'll get rained out or suspended. But FanDuel has they have the 8.5 inning rule. They have, live action if your batter's not in the lineup. But Matt Olson with the day off on Wednesday, he's absolutely in the lineup on Thursday. FanDuel, I swear to God, if you put this inside of plus 320, I will lose my mind. But I said yesterday, and anything in the threes is going to be just glorious. So Matt Olson got to plus 400 on FanDuel. It's like borderline half unit play, but play it for a quarter. Got voided. We'll play it for a quarter again. Seattle run line going up against Houston there. And Seattle actually your favorites here in... I always want to say Minute Maid because it is what it is. But, Dalton Varsho just hit that ball very far. That was a grand salami. San Diego is in rubble. Wow. Tomorrow should be fun, too. Bowden Francis Day for San Diego. Don't know what happened to Bowden Francis, but I know what happened to George Kirby. He got hurt, and now he's coming back here for his debut this season. Yeah, George Kirby. But AAA Tacoma. Let's have a conversation about the PCL because I have this conversation a lot. Tacoma is one of the better spots you could be pitching now. It's a little higher up, but Tacoma, relative to Reno, relative to Las Vegas in the summer, Albuquerque, which is way up there for a ballpark, it's still a really good spot to get a gauge on where a pitcher's at. And he was getting hit up. Now, his velocity was back up north of 97 miles per hour. Had to look into those type of numbers because these are the things I care about and don't always talk about. And I should probably just talk about my process more. You might like it. Except for some people really hated the live shows, but some people really love them because talking process is, I think, more important. But the process of this one, friends, the process is very, very, very straightforward. And it is George Kirby, a little bit overvalued, in my opinion, against a Houston team where I just don't really see any opportunity. Now, This is going to go in the lean-like category because I don't have the official opening number. There's no way they're going to throw out 3.5 for the opening number. I don't think he can pitch very deep into this game. I think he's going to be capped around 75, 80 pitches. He only got up to like 65 his last start at AAA. He did not look very good, did not have full strikeout stuff going. And despite some of the faults here of Houston, and despite, Brendan Rodgers, Zach DeZenzo, Cam Smith, Christian Walker, all these guys striking out a lot, I think a majority of these bats look like Yenner Diaz, 18.7% K rate, Altuve, 18%, Parishes, 15.6%. So overall, under 4.5 strikeouts. Yeah, I think we're going to be getting this play. We're going to find something here on the George Kirby side, but I think this is where there's an offshore book that actually dropped opening number of 4.5 as I am speaking right now. So I'm pretty secure with George Kirby, taking some unders there. Maybe even an over on some earned runs there in Houston. But yeah, kind of want to assess and see if we get a pitch count officially. How about official Lindy 1? Yeah, Portfolio EV, the best market-based tool available to you over at oddshopper.com. All you have to do is head to the link below. Use promo code Lindy1. That is Lindy5 if you guys want to sign up for the Discord. Would love to have you there. But this is going to be a market-based approach. We're utilizing the Sharpbook data, all of the, the circas of the world, the pinnacles of the world, and we're helping you put together the best portfolio possible to help you make money with whatever you have access to in your state. If you're in California, you have NoVig, ProfitX, Onyx Odds. If you're in a state like Florida, you've got Hard Rock. You've got a bunch of those other market-based sites as well. You have so many great opportunities, even in these states that you might not think have a ton of betting opportunities for you. Oh, my friends. Portfolio EV will help you uncover it. Plus, Bovada just went live over on the live odds page. Just want to throw it out there, friends. Portfolio EV, get 2 weeks completely free with Lindy 1 down below. See what it is that I am hyping up because it is good stuff. Bets in the NBA, NHL, WNBA, MLB, and so much more. Alrighty, y'all, to the NBA. Let's round it out. Yeah, friends, it happened. I had a feeling it was going to happen. Minnesota drops game 1. Abysmal second half. And I knew when we didn't take advantage of a weak first half, thank God I recorded through the first half of the third quarter. I went back and watched it, and I was able to speed through some of the free throw merchant crap. Now, I'm not going to hate on SGA the same way that Twitter wants to, but there is no doubt that there were some calls that I could not believe against Jaden McDaniels. And Jaden McDaniels, for those who don't know, is so damn important to the fabric of this team because he does everything you want. Whatever you need Jaden McDaniels to be, if you need him to score and be an off-ball guy, he can absolutely do that from time to time. If you need him to guard the best player, no matter what position on the floor, he can do that. Well, he's guarding the best player on the floor, and the best player on the floor got a lot of favorable foul calls just by falling over or tripping on his own foot, or the appearance of tripping on his own foot, which is even more annoying. But you only get so many challenges in a game. You can't challenge everything, so you get one. And if you screw it up the one time, you're screwed. So whatever. Enough about that, though. Let's talk about Naz Reid, because I know a lot of you. You probably felt the exact same way I did, where it's like, how did we lose this bet? Rudy Gobert gets 2 quick insta fouls in that game. Plus, Rudy Gobert is not going to be long for this series as is. Second half, he gets ripped off the floor immediately because you need shooting, especially as a dog in Oklahoma City. And in multiple meetings, I said it before, he's going to be the more focal point. Naz Reid, he puts up 4, 4, and 8, goes 0 for 7 from 3, 1 for 11 from the line to lose by the hook. Do you know how impossible that is to lose by the hook with Naz Reid on that? Oh, that has to be the most disturbing. If we didn't have a really good last week and a half of really smacking home run props, both on this and Lindy's long balls, the short here on Odd Chopper, if we didn't have an amazing week in the Discord, I would be in such a bad mood from that Naz Reid hook because everything we said came to fruition. However, some of the books have actually updated to be, Naz Reid's going to potentially play more in this series. So you thought you might get a discount. It is 17.5 juice towards the over right now. So we have just lost all value by being early to the party, got it at 16.5 minus 105. And now next game, after falling short of it, goes to 17.5 juice towards the over. That sucks. There's nothing you can do about it. But there's one play that I think is a little undervalued. Yes, he went 0 for 7. But he shot it 7 times. That has to be worth something, especially as they've proven Oklahoma City, not that they're showing their hand, every team's doing this, doubling Ant on the perimeter, forcing it to some of these other shooters to make shots. And they had open shots. They just didn't make them. DiVincenzo, he at least found some range at times, but 3 for 12 from 3 overall, 3 for 14 from the field. Nas 0 for 7 from 3. Nickeil Alexander 2 for 9 from 3. We know we're going to get open shots with these other guys. They have got to make them. I trust Naz Reid to make the most of them with his size, with his ability to be on the floor, with his ability to play next to either Rudy Gobert or Julius Randle. Naz Reid over 1.5 threes, sitting at -125 right now at Novig. A couple of other major sports books, -130, -140. I'm happy with both of those. Go ahead and fire them up. Don't play it over -150. That would be absurd. Naz Reid over 1.5 3-pointers. For the love of God, bounce back game incoming. And that does it for the last of the week edition of MLB and NBA Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to the comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays that exist on the board for this lovely slate we have before us. I repeat, I will be in the premium Discord the whole weekend. I can't not bet, especially when I'm going to be with my buddies betting up there in Reno. So I'm very much looking forward to it here, talking you through the ins and outs of it. And if you're up in Reno and you happen to be frequenting any of the casinos, hit me up, DM me over on X, hit me up at Eric Lindquist. Maybe we have a drink together and kick it. I always like running into people in the real world. I wish the real world would just stop hassling. Well, but you wouldn't be hassling me. I actually invited it. Producer Jacob, let's get the heck up out of here. I will see you all back here on Monday. Same time, same place. I was going to say Knuckleheads, but that's already taken from Wilbon. And, I don't know, is PTI done? Around the Horn's done. Is PTI done? I should probably end the show. I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB and NBA streets on Thursday.